For the second week of CIS 127, we're going to be actually programming a couple different programs. If we go to week 2 and go to our assignments down here, right there, we're actually going to be creating these programs right here. To do that, we need to install Visual Studio with C++ on our computers. To do that, I'd like you to go to this window right here, visualstudio.com. And we're going to take and download Windows. I believe if you're on a Mac, it's going to automatically forward you to Mac. We're going to be doing the Community 2007. And if you wait for just a moment, we're going to get a little icon down here. If you click on that, say yes. Takes and opens up this. Continue. And this is going to take just a second. So when it's finished, you're going to end up with something like this. We want to just install Visual C++. If you already have this installed and you have everything else installed, that's fine. But for this class, we're going to be using just C++. So we're just going to install the basics for that. If you go ahead and click on this, it gives you a bunch of defaults on this side. We're just going to say, go ahead, I'm happy with that. So we're going to take and hit install. And then it's going to do this for a long time. Get ready to sit back and have a cup of coffee and enjoy yourself for a bit. And I'm going to pause it. After a really long pause here, okay, you guys been loading and loading. You should end up with something like this. We aren't going to be needing the community when we use Visual Studio C++ in class. So therefore, I'm going to suggest you just say not now, maybe later. And we're going to start Visual Studio. Pause. Actually, that was a very short pause, wasn't it? First thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new project. We're going to go to File, New, Project. The things that we're going to be doing in this class are called a window console application. Make sure you understand where you're putting this stuff. You can always browse to a different area, but this will work for now. Make sure that you're on Windows console application is what you want. We could change the name here to something different, but I'm not going to. I'm going to say OK. Waiting for just a moment here. Creates our application. And there we go. We're ready to code, just like that. For our assignment this week, we're going to create an application for states and capitals. And this is the list view on this side. You'll be able to scroll up and down to look at all the different states. And when you click on, for example, Michigan, it's going to pop up with the state of Michigan is Lansing, or excuse me, the capital of Michigan is Lansing. If we do a search bar, we can actually type in MI, and you end up with just 1, 2, 3, 4 states that start with MI. It'll narrow it down to that. Go ahead and start up Android Studio. Go ahead and create on, start a new Android project. This is called State Capitals. And next, and next, and next, and finish. Once your Gradle has stopped building, we can go into our main activity, go to Design View, click on our Hello World, get rid of him, go into Layouts, and, on Containers, and we want this list view right here. Drop it in. Should make it as big as possible. Let's call this list with a little L and then a capital VIEW. Hit enter. It should show up something like this. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back into our, let's see, right here under Blackboard and go to the strings.txt. Should pop up something like this. Let's just go ahead and grab everything that's in here. Control C, switch back over here again. What we're going to do is we're going to add it to our resources, our values, and our strings, okay? And we're just going to take and copy over this whole thing here. Hit Control A, Control V, paste it all in there for us. Beautiful, just like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to write a bunch of code, okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to create some global arrays here, okay? Put those right there. And add global. That will be used throughout this class, okay? A class, once again, is not a class like our classroom. This is a class here, okay? This is a program. It's a class, okay? And if we don't add those up here, we won't be able to use them throughout the whole program here. We're going to be adding an array adapter. Adapter right there. Okay, we're going to call it array adapter semicolon. Okay, now we're going to create a list view. We're going to call it list view semicolon. We're going to create a string array to hold all of our states. Semicolon and a string array to hold of all capitals. Okay. What an array is you can have like capital 1, capital 2, capital 3, and it'll hold a whole bunch of different capitals in it. You're going to see as we use it here a little bit later here, okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to assign our states and capitals, okay? Capitals. 2 arrays. Okay, we're going to say states is equal to, and we're going to get resources, okay, and get string. Did something funnier. Let's see right here, get resources, dot get array, silly me. Every once in a while I do silly things like that. And we're going to do an r dot array dot, here it is, states right there, okay. What that does, it goes into our strings right here. It looks for array. There's an array called states. Okay, and we're going to do capital is equal to get resources dot get strings r dot array dot cap. Oops, states this time. There like that. I did it backwards. No, this is supposed to be capitals here like that. Wonderful. And it's taken create an alias, okay? An alias for list view. And we're going to say list view is equal to, let's cast this as a list view. Okay, now we're going to, let's see, find view capital R dot ID dot list view right there, semicolon. Let's create an array adapter. We'll talk about it. Okay, an array adapter is able to take an array, all of these states, and able to put them into a list view, okay? So you'll see just in a minute here. Array is equal to a new array adapter, okay? We have to give it some information, some parameters. We're going to give it this, which is the current activity, and then we're going to give it an Android .r.layout, okay, dot simple item. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that all means, but just go ahead and stick it right in there like that. Okay, but all I know is we're going to add states to this adapter. And now let's go ahead and put that in our list view. Dot set adapter. And we're going to give it the array adapter right there, the one we just created just above it there. Okay, beautiful. Now you can go ahead and run it. Okay, and you should be able to see all of the states in that list view. Okay, that should have worked. You should be able to see all your states in there. You should be able to scroll up and down them. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a listener to our list view. Okay, so that when we click on it, okay, it'll show us some information. List view dot set on, click right there, listener. I'll put a new, and we're going to put in a adapter. Right there it is. Okay, you hit enter. It should pop all that code right in there for you. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get information. Get current state and capital and post in toast. Like that. Okay, the state's pretty easy. STRA. State is equal to, we can get that right from, first of all we got to make it a string, okay, and we can get that right from our list view, can't we? Dot get item at position I, and I'll show you where that I comes in just a minute here, okay, but that will actually get the text that we've just selected, okay. I, which one did we just click? Well, this automatically comes down here and gives us right here, this I, this is the number of which one you clicked, okay? And so that should give us the text that's in that position. Now what we got to do is we got to look for the same state. So what we're going to do is we're going to look through our list of states, okay? Find one that matches, find out what the number is there, and then we're going to use that capital. Now, you could use the position here, but the only trouble is later on when we search, then what's going to do is it's going to minimize the number of items in that list view. So then number 1, which might be Michigan, will still point back at number 1 array of capitals, which is whatever it is for Alabama, okay? Birmingham, I think, or something. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to get the number of the location of that state. To do that, we're going to use int array loc is equal to, here we're going to use a method of the arrays class dot binary search right there, okay. And what are we going to look for? We're going to look for states, comma, state. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the state, the current state right here in our array of states. So now we know which number it is in there. So now we can just say string capital is equal to capitals. And which one? The array loc right there. Okay, now let's post this in a toast, okay? Show toast. Okay, and that's a toast. Right there, dot make text, okay. First thing we have to do is we have to give it the application context. So we can just say get application context, comma. And then I'm going to take and wrap this around the next line here. And here we're going to put in a quotation. I'm going to say the capital of. Now we want to put the state in here. So we're going to add that to the string. Plus quotation mark space is space. Another plus, and then the capital. Right there, just like that. And then we have to put one more thing in here. We say comma, and then show. And I probably got my parentheses all messed up here. Capital, oh, I forgot one. Capital, yeah, this doesn't get like that. We want to put a toast. Oh, capital T-O-A-S. Toast dot length. Right there it is. Long, and then parenthesis dot show. And now we should be okay, except for we got an extra parenthesis on there. There, that was a little bit tough, but we got through it. We got a little error in here. Let's check it out. Okay, what do we got? Make text comma and then a quotation mark. Something isn't happy here. I'm going to type this line in again. I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm just going to do it again. Okay, what we got here? Oh, I got an extra parenthesis here. This is not right. Okay. And then we got context, comma, and then the and then plus the state plus quotation mark space is space plus the capital. Okay, comma. And I'm going to wrap this around. Now here we got that toast dot length. Okay, and a closing parenthesis dot show semicolon like that. Beautiful. Now that's right. Go ahead and run that. What should happen now is that when you select a state, it should take and show you. That should all work well. Next thing we want to do is we want to create a menu, okay? To do that, first of all, let's create an icon, okay? An icon for a menu. We're going to right click on drawable. We're going to say a new, and we're going to say a image asset. Here we can take and narrow it down, so we want to do just the action bar and tab icons, okay? Let's call it search. I see action search. Go ahead and look here for it. And if we search for search, there it is right there. Okay, next, finish. Next thing we got to do is we got to make a new directory in here in our resources. Right click on resources, a new directory. Not this one up here, but directory, just directory. Menu, like that. Right click on menu and say I want to do a new, and I want to do a menu resource file. And this one's going to be called our menu underscore search, in case we want to make a whole bunch of menu items. See, okay. And this is something like our main activity.xml, isn't it? Okay. We're just going to write some text in here. First thing we got to do is we got to take and we got to add an additional item here for it to look up. This item is not in our current directory of our Android Studio, so we have to take and add it. Okay, it's for the app, xmlns::app. Okay, where can it find out information about app? It's going to find that in http://schema, schema.android.com. Right there. It's popping up for us, isn't it? This one right here. Okay, wonderful. If it pops up, it's usually right. Okay, now let's create an item in here, okay? Right there. And let's put in, first of all, the ID is going to be ampersand and what is it? It is menu search. Silly me, it's not going to pop up because we're creating it. MENU and menu search. Silly me, it's not going to pop up because, closing quotation mark. Okay, the next thing is the title. Type in title and hit enter. It should pop that right in there for you. We're going to say search. CH. Okay. And then we're going to take and put an icon in there, ICON, CON right there. And we're going to say that is in our drawables. Oh, there it is right there, right at the top. Enter. And now we're going to put in some app things here. Okay, some information we're getting from this right here. We're going to say app action view. This one for some reason doesn't pop in by itself. Is equal to quotation mark Android dot widget dot search view, like that. And action view class is equal to Android dot widget dot search view. Let's keep going. APP colon, and there's show as always, like that. Take and close out on this view like that. Here's my issue right up here. I told it the wrong one. I hit enter too soon. Okay. This is supposed to be res apk res minus auto. And that fixes it. There we go, right there. Okay. Wonderful. That's working. You can go ahead and run it again, see what happens. Shouldn't be any different, but it's going to proofread it for you. There's nothing new, but we know it's proofread. Everything seems to be working correctly. Let's go back to our activity main. We're going to take in, we're going to, right here, we're going to take in, create our menu now, okay? This is actually going to take and pop up our menu for us. We're going to type in on create right there, on create menu, right there, hit enter. And it creates this code for us. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to take and we're going to create a menu inflator. Menu inflator. And that's going to be equal to get menu inflator, just like that. Next line is inflator. Oh, I did this wrong here. Let's get this out of here like this. Make this inflator. Okay, there we go. Keep my code same as the last one, hopefully. Now my inflator right there. Dot inflate. What am I going to inflate? I'm going to inflate my R dot menu dot right there, menu search, like that. Okay, and a comma, we're going to say we're going to create a menu out of that. Semicolon, like that. And then we're going to say menu item right there, item. And that's going to be equal to a menu dot find item, which one, R dot ID dot menu search right there. Beautiful. It's all typed in. It works well. Search view is equal to casted as a search view right there. Oh. Search view right there. Oh, I still don't want it. Search view. I mean, I'll just type it right in. There. Okay, item dot get action view right there, like that. Semicolon. Enter. Okay, so what these lines are doing here, they're actually creating that menu item for us. And now all we have to do is we have to create a listener. Menu item. Okay, to do that, we're going to say a search view dot set on query listener and a new search view on query listener, just like that. Okay, now we have to put one line down here. Right up to this line right here, we're going to say this is going to be applying a filter to array adapter, which supplies data to the list view. That okay, and that's really quite easy. Array adapter dot get filter dot filters, and then which one we're going to say give it this right here. It's going to give us whatever we type in. If we typed in a MI, this S is going to MI, and so we stick that in there just like that, and that should be it. Go ahead and try running it. Hey, go ahead and I think we're done.